I was thinking to myself while I was on the shitter, because that's where most good thoughts come out, amongst other things. We are all taught that we're great, and we are all taught to be great, and that we are great, and that we should want great things. But most of us aren't that. Most of us are just okay. Most of us won't lead remarkable lives. Most of us will be forgotten after a few generations. And I don't understand that. Why make up a lie? Get her hopes up. It seems like you'd make an anxious child in that process. You would be setting them up for failure, placing them at a cliff for them to fall off. And I wouldn't blame them if they did. What are you to do? They would go mad searching for greatness. I would too. I think quite a few people get this bout of madness when they're alone in their own thoughts, and they're at a start point, midpoint, or end point in their life. They usually ask themselves a question. What have I done? And what follows after that is a crisis. I don't think that hysteria is good for anyone. Can't say I care for it. You shouldn't expect that from anyone because that expectation kills the mind. And I don't think I should expect anything of my son either. My Chinese son. What should I expect? He's Chinese. What did you think was going to happen? I should only expect what he expects from himself. And I would be pleasantly surprised if I got anything more. If he got an A instead of a C. If he scored a winning goal. If he beat that rape charge. These are all wonderful things. But if he didn't for any of those, I'd still love him. I just wouldn't want him to be ashamed if he had nothing to offer. No child should say sorry for something like that. And I think about this scenario often. I would be at home, and I had just finished reading Ebony. And in the article, it stated that they had just cloned Michael Vick. There's 2 of them out in the world now. There's 2 of them. And that would leave me uneasy. I say uneasy, but I think I would be left with a considerable amount of dread. Because I know there are more horrid things in this world. And this is just the first to come. But my son would come in just in time. Robert Ching Chong. He'd be tugging at my robe, and he'd be yelling, "Hey, 过来看看." And he'd pull me through the house, telling me he knew he could do it. And that he was glad I was there. Whether I was actively cheering him on the sidelines or just a passive comforting thought in his mind, I was there for him. He would take me into the bathroom and he would lift up that toilet seat. And there it would be, an island volcano, crowning its sordid tip out of that water surface, and it'd be monumentally disgusting. And anyone else would look at that and think, this is a shameful totem, and should never have been unnerved. But I wouldn't want my Chinese son to think that. He would look up to me approvingly, as the stench of hot sulfur and Chinese food raked my nose. I'd pat him on the back. Thanks for showing me this, son. It's very lovely. I'm not sure. I think this is gentler. That you can look at someone's greasy pig shit and say, yeah, you're not supposed to do anything else. and they could be proud, and that could be their crowning achievement, their gift to the world. People aren't destined for anything. Most of us just make disgusting shits. It's harmful to delude ourselves into thinking otherwise, however. That is to say, you should be proud of your shits. You should be. Because it's yours. And it's your Chinese son's too. Have a good night, everyone. And nigger.